Hello? Can you hear me? My name's Homer, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not that Simpson one. Like Cher or Madonna or Adele, I go by just one name, Homer, and I'm very excited to spend this short time with you. In all modesty, I have a special talent. I'm born a storyteller. Why, I've been known to spin tales that can last for hours, days, years. My favorites are the Iliad and the Odyssey, which are both quite long. But I can see you'd like to get out of here before a new decade dawns, so I'll spin a few of my shorter pieces. To be completely accurate, I'd have to describe how and why the Titans revolted against Zeus, but what's really important to you all is what came after. Ah, here's Zeus now with his wife Hera.
No, my love, the Titans are banished, and that's that. Atlas will have to carry the world on his shoulders. Cronus is cast off to Tartarus with the rest of his buddies, and as for Prometheus,
He's going to help us out, darling.
how's she going to help us out? She's a Titan. The Titans tried to take over.
But if you recall, she never lifted a finger against you.
She's still one of them.
Darling, she's got a brilliant idea.
Dear wife, no Titan ever had a brilliant idea.
And yours are real winners, huh?
So the Golden Race didn't quite pan out the way I wanted. They were still good and peaceful while they lasted.
That race died out because you forgot one thing, darling.
All right, so they couldn't have any kids. A minor flaw in the plan.
And look at the poor mortals on Earth now.
Pretty shabby, I know. But what can Prometheus do about it?
I was hoping you'd ask. Look who's here.
If it isn't the idiot, Prometheus.
Howdy, Zeusy. What's poppin'?
This one's class act all the way. Any reason why I shouldn't send you off to the underworld with the rest of the Titans?
Now, you gotta admit, Zeusy, I never revolted against you. Why, I got the deepest admiration for you and your missus here. Hey, remember that old squabble we've been having about how much of a mortal sacrifice you ought to get?
The whole thing.
You know that's not fair, Zeus.
That's right. Those poor mortals work hard with no special powers to raise those cows, pigs, and iguanas.
I don't like iguanas. I don't want any of them.
Picky, picky, picky.
I can afford to be picky.
And you're right as rain, Zeusy.
Stop calling me that.
What?
Zeusy.
Sorry, Zeusy. I'll remember that next time. Anywho, I solved the problem.
What problem?
What part of the sacrifice you ought to get, Zeusy?
Zeus? Zeus? Zeus!
Gad, Zeus.
Right. Anywho, I got 2 sacrifices here. Just pick which one you want. And whichever you pick, why, that's the part you'll always get from the mortals, and they can have what's left.
I don't trust mortals. They're too wily for their own good.
Oh, come on. They hang around on Earth all cold and shivering, and all they got to eat is a little raw meat and leaves from trees. What harm can they do, Zeusy?
Honestly, if you just let them have a little bit of fire, Zeus.
Fire? No way, darling. They'll get their hands on fire and there's no telling what they'll do. They'll be cooking their food, warming their houses, and then probably melting stuff down so they can make things.
We're not talking fire here. Just what they owe you.
Right. They do owe me. They owe me the best with what they got because I tolerate their ugly little faces.
They just want to do what's right.
I expect nothing less from my subjects.
So, which of these sacrifices do you want?
I don't like games.
Zeus only likes to win, Prometheus.
I think Zeusy is wise enough to pick the best sacrifice.
He's wise.
Oh, all right. Let me look.
Now hold on there, Zeusy. You gotta promise one thing. Before you look and we settle this matter once and for all.
And what's that, Prometheus? See?
Cute, though it doesn't have quite the same ring to it as Zeusy.
Get on with it. What promise do I have to make?
That once you pick it, that's it. No second chances. And you can't go back on your word.
That seems fair enough.
Sounds like a swindle to me.
Zeusy, I'm not smart enough to swindle you. I'm just a lowly titan, remember?
I don't know. I don't trust any of you.
All right then. We'll call it off. You'll get whatever the mortals can spare.
Hold your horses. Mortals aren't very generous, and you both know it.
Downright stingy, if you ask me.
Did I forget to mention that the mortals can't change their minds about this either? Whatever you pick, they gotta live with it.
For all time?
Bingo!
Sounds like a deal to me.
And like I said, you're the smartest grape in the bunch. So it's a win-win for you, Zeusy.
All right, Prometheus. I'll take a chance.
Remember, no going back on your choice.
Cross my heart and Scout's honor and all of that.
Good enough for me. Here you go. Nice and heavy. Oh, what's this on top? Filet mignon? A strip steak? A top sirloin? And that's hard to beat. How about this one, Zeusy?
Zeus.
Zeus.
Ew. What's that thing? A bull's stomach?
Looks that way.
Disgusting. I'll take the first one.
You sure?
I'm no fool. I'll take a filet, a sirloin, a strip steak over any old bull belly any day.
Then here you go, Zeusy. This is what you'll always get from the mortals. And look at that. I gotta run. Nice seeing you, Mrs. Zeusy.
No time for tea?
Just enough time to run, ma'am.
Prometheus, stop! Stop!
Zeusy, what's wrong?
Under the fillet, the sirloin, and the strip steak, there's nothing but bones. He's got the rest of the animal in that bag.
Oh, goodness. Prometheus tricked you, Zeusy.
Don't call me that. I hate it.
Now, Zeus, you're not going to pout, are you? I mean, the last time you pouted, 6 volcanoes flew off their top.
Prometheus had indeed tricked Zeus. Zeus would forevermore only get a few pieces of meat from the sacrificed animals, along with all the bones. No bones about it, Zeus was as mad as a hornet. And because he was so mad at the mortals and Prometheus, he again refused to let the mortals have fire.
Prometheus, what are we gonna do?
We're tired of eating raw meat. And when winter comes, we freeze.
I know, but there's not much I can do about it.
I thought you liked us mortals.
Yeah, you said you'd do anything for us. But that's all right. We'll just suffer.
Come on. I just got Zeusy to agree you could keep most of the best parts of the meat, and he'd just get the bones.
Have you ever tried to eat a flank steak raw?
My husband lost 2 teeth trying to eat a shoulder roast, and he only had 2 teeth left. And our robes aren't thick enough to keep us warm.
What can I do about it?
Well, couldn't you just make a little fire out of Mount Olympus?
Yeah, just a single flame would do it. We'd be forever grateful.
Zeusy's got that place guarded like it's Fort Knox.
What's Fort Knox?
Not some place you can break into.
I'm sure you can find a way. You're so clever.
Prometheus hated to see the mortals in such distress. She knew how much fire could improve their lives. She also knew how much old Zeus, feared the mortals getting their hands on his fire. There was no telling how much power it would ultimately give them, but was that any reason to deny them such a tool? If only to make their lives a bit more comfortable, Prometheus decided she had to get the mortals fire. But how could she steal even so much as a single flame? One day, Prometheus was walking along the beach when she ran into the goddess, Athena. And you guessed it, Athena spilled the beans. Zeus kept his fire in a special chamber on Mount Olympus, which had 3 doors. A beautiful but deadly goddess guarded each door, If anybody, mortal or immortal, tried to get to the fire, they would regret it. But knowing how jealous the three goddesses were of each other, Athena thought of a way Prometheus could get to the fire and steal a single flame. It didn't take Prometheus long to get that flame into the hands of the mortals, and they were ever happy about the gift of fire.
Gotta hand it to you, Prometheus.
Okay, I never realized how tasty chicken is once it's a deep-fried nugget. And now we don't have to be afraid of the dark. How can we ever thank you?
Seeing all your smiling faces is plenty of thanks for yours truly. I'm sure feeling all warm and nice inside.
Now we can light a fire in our fireplaces.
Yeah, for the longest time, I was wondering why Hector built a fireplace in the house. He was just waiting for someone clever and daring enough to set the world on fire.
Oh, go on. It wasn't a big deal.
But to Zeus, it was a big deal. The capital B and a capital D.
Prometheus?
Well, howdy, old timer. What's happening?
Nothing, unless I can get a bit of fire from you. If you gave me some fire, I'll be able to start my business.
And what business is that?
I thought I'd open a donut shop.
What's a donut?
Fried cake, topped with sprinkles and frosting.
I'm in. How about you, ladies?
Sounds like a winter to us.
All right, old timer. Just let me reach in here and grab a flame for you. You got something to keep it burning?
How about this?
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh no, can it be Zeus himself? Thanks a bunch, Prometheus, but we gotta run.
Now, Zeusy, I know what you're gonna say. It was wrong for me to swipe fire and give it to the mortals, but didn't you see how happy it made them? Doesn't their happiness make you feel all warm and nice inside? Doesn't it feel so?
Prometheus,
Yes, Zeusy?
shut up.
Okay, see, it's not nice to say shut up.
I'm not feeling very nice right now.
No.
No, you have made a real boo-boo, Prometheus. Now that they have fire, mortals would try to become more and more powerful, and then they could overwhelm Mount Olympus.
Oh, shucks. With your smart and savvy, you'll know just what to do.
As a punishment, poor Prometheus was chained to a rock for years and years and years and years, and an eagle came like clockwork every day and ripped out Prometheus's liver. But eventually, Hera talked Zeus into having some pity, and she helped Hercules kill the eagle and release Prometheus from the rock. Last I heard, Prometheus was living in Costa Rica, but refusing to give interviews. Now that you've learned how humans got fire, you're probably asking yourselves another burning question. I'm sure you wondered why half the year is beautiful, sunny, with leaves on trees and flowers growing in abundance, while the other half of the year is cold and dark with ice covering the gloomy landscape. Science says seasons are caused by the Earth rotating around the sun and tipping on its axis. But what hogwash! The Earth doesn't spin. As everyone knows, the Earth is flat, and it's the center of the universe. That's why the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, for crying out loud. But the story of seasons is much simpler, and it does revolve around something. 6 pomegranate seeds.
Zeus, darling, don't you think that you're making that thunderbolt a bit too sharp?
Hera, my lovely wife, they're so much more fun when they're sharper. They really make the mortals jump.
Your brother's here.
Hades.
I told him you weren't home, but he heard you yelling at Medusa.
That woman makes my blood boil. Did you hear what she called Athena?
I won't repeat it, but Athena said she's going to turn Medusa into a monster with snakes on her head instead of hair.
How ingenious. Medusa will never get a date again.
That's the problem. Hades had a date lined up with her, but she canceled for obvious reasons.
Oh, Hera, my love, Hades is nothing but trouble. Even though I've made him the lord of the underworld, he still won't settle down.
I've been waiting, brother dear. My time's important too, you know.
Sorry, Hades. Celestial business is so boring.
I'll leave you two immortals alone.
We won't be long.
How do you know we won't be long? I've got a big problem.
No, Hades. You've got a lot of big problems.
Hey, that's not very nice.
I've made you lord of the underworld. You get to live in all that doom and gloom you love.
I know and I'm grateful, but Zeus, I'm tired of being alone. I want someone to share all that misery with me.
Well, you were going to take Medusa out, weren't you?
Yeah, but now she's got that snake thing going on with her head, and that's too creepy, even for a creep like me.
But you know, Hades, it would take a very special partner to enjoy the same kind of things you do.
There's gotta be somebody for me.
What am I now, a matchmaker?
Oh, big brother, you gotta help me or I'll just start to cry.
Oh dear, the river Styx is already overflowing on its banks. Well, let's go see what we can find.
And so Zeus led Hades to Earth, where the mortals lived. They searched mountains and valleys, highlands and lowlands, but Hades did not find any human he could even tolerate. Too tall, too small, too fat, too thin, too happy, too grumpy, too this and too that. Zeus had almost given up hope until one day he remembered his dear friend Demeter, the goddess of plants and harvest.
How are all my little plants today? Would you like a nice drink of fresh spring water? There you are. Feel better?
Mother, don't you think that's a bit, well,
A bit what, Persephone?
a bit weird talking to plants?
That's my job.
I know, but the plants don't really know what you're saying to them.
Honey, I'm a goddess. I know they don't know what I'm saying, but they find my voice soothing. Don't you, little sunflowers? See, they almost smiled.
But, I mean, what if someone hears you talking to them?
Oh, darling, someday everyone will talk to their plants.
I guess you're just ahead of the times.
Oh, Demeter, I want to thank you for this wonderful harvest. Look at what I've got here. Olives, peppers, zucchini, broccoli, and beans.
Your hard work has paid off.
But you made it rain and brought the sun in the right time. I thank you and my family. Thanks you. And you too, Persephone.
Oh, Mother does all the heavy lifting.
But Persephone's learning how, and someday she'll take over.
And I'm sure she'll be absolutely wonderful.
You're too kind.
Remember us with your family.
Well, I'll be Demeter as I live and breathe.
Hello.
This is a real honor running to realize God like this. I mean, I've seen your pictures and all, but I never thought, oh my, listen to me prattling on.
We are very happy to meet you.
This must be your daughter, Persephone. How beautiful.
Thank you.
No, I should thank you. The wheat harvest was the best ever this year. You made sure all us mortals have plenty to eat.
It's our job.
I know, but you do it so well. We're all eternally grateful. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Imagine me running into a goddess like this. Wonders never cease.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful. And our for Oh, it's you. Your flowers are beautiful.
Oh my, a goddess right here? What are you doing?
Tending to these plants and showing my daughter how to water the flowers.
This must be Persephone. Oh my dear, you're so... Oh goodness, two goddesses, and on top of it all, my husband gave me these flowers for no reason at all. Can you beat that?
He must love you very much. Right, Mother? That's what mortals do when they're in love.
It is.
Well, thank you both. The flowers, they're wonderful. Oh goodness, what a day.
Mother, will I ever find Mom?
For us, true love is elusive, but maybe you'll get lucky, Persephone. You bring the day sunshine.
The olive trees need watering, Mother.
Then let's bring some rain. Come, I'll show you how.
Zeus! Zeus, did you see what I just saw?
Clearly, Hades just found the girl of his dreams.
That's the girl of my dreams.
I just said that.
Hades, you don't have dreams. You have nightmares.
If I comb my hair, do you think she'll fall for me?
No.
What if I got a new tunic and cloak?
It won't help.
I'll brush my teeth.
Would you please?
Oh, you're no help. But hey, I don't need you anymore.
Hades, you better be careful. Demeter is one savvy lady.
Who's talking about Demeter?
You mean you and Persephone? Wait till Hera hears about this. Hades and Persephone.
Go ahead, laugh your immortal head off, but I'll win Persephone's hand. You just watch and see.
If he was nothing else, Hades was determined. He combed his hair, he brushed his teeth, he took dance lessons, and he learned how to write poetry, all hoping to win Persephone's heart. And then he waited until he could find her alone one day.
And now, we'll let the sun dry out the tomatoes.
Mother, do you mind if I wait outside for a bit? It's so beautiful here.
You've worked hard, Persephone. Enjoy the view and the blue sky.
And if I fall asleep, maybe I'll dream about Mr. Right. What's that? This is the oddest bird I've ever seen. Oh, it's just a piece of paper. Wait a second. Something's written on it. Roses are red, daisies are yellow. You're soon to meet a real cool fellow. I wonder if this speaks the truth. I wonder if he'll be tall, dark, and handsome, or short, fair and handsome. Maybe he'll be short, dark, handsome, or perhaps tall, fair, and... Oh! Who are you?
One real cool fellow.
You are?
I'm so cool, I've got an entire kingdom of my own.
A whole kingdom?
And I'm looking for a cool girl to share it with.
And what is the name of your kingdom, real cool fellow?
The underworld. I'm a god too, you know. Oh, Persephone, you're so beautiful. Come away with me.
I appreciate your compliments, Hades, but the underworld isn't exactly my idea of a fun time.
Why not? We've got waterfront properties.
On the river's dike.
You'll meet all kinds of interesting people.
They're all dead.
Don't hold that against them.
I should have known. Hades.
Hi, Demeter.
Don't hi me. You leave Persephone alone.
Hades wants me to come to the underworld with him.
No, you can't do that. I couldn't bear it if Persephone left.
But I'm lonely.
I heard you were going out with Medusa.
That snake kid?
Did she get a new hairdo?
Yeah, it's killer style.
Well, I'm sorry, but you can't have Persephone, and that's final. Come, Persephone, it's time for dinner.
No, don't leave me.
Leave us alone.
Oh, come on. How about just one day?
Get back, or I'll use this.
Big deal. I'm immortal.
It'll still hurt.
Bye, Hades. See you around sometime.
Hades didn't handle rejection very well. After all, he'd taken dance lessons and hadn't even got the chance to boogie with his honey. He decided there was only one thing he could do.
I know what I'll do.
And just what would that be?
I'll cast a spell on Demeter that will place her in a deep sleep.
What good will that do?
Then I'll grab Persephone and drag her to the underworld.
That's a bit primitive, isn't it?
Once she sees my kingdom below, she'll come around. What's not to like? We've got the comforts of the fields of Asphodel, where folks stay like they were on Earth. And for the really cool people, we've got the Elysian Fields, which are like a luxurious Caribbean resort.
The Caribbean hasn't been discovered yet.
Just saying.
And what of Tartarus?
We've got to have someplace for really, really bad dudes.
Your punishments there are the real doozies.
Want to know my favorite? Because he was a real jerk, Tantalus had to stand in a pool of water with fruit dangling right above him just out of reach. If he tries to eat the fruit or drink the water, it magically moves away. That guy is like unbelievably hungry and thirsty. But you know what? Time for Persephone and me to step out on town. Don't try to stop me.
I wouldn't even try. I'm only mortal. And so Hades cast Demeter into a deep sleep and then grabbed Persephone.
Oh, come on. We're gonna have a great time.
No, let go of me, let go.
But you're everything my heart desires.
Aren't I lucky?
Maybe not, but I sure am, and you'll just love your new home.
Help, Mother, help me.
But Demeter slept and slept and slept. When she finally awoke the next day, she went looking for Persephone.
Persephone? You're not Persephone.
Just Homer, a poet, and my feet show it, 'cause they're long, fellows.
What a strange little mortal. Persephone, are you out tending the forest? Persephone!
Oh, you must think I'm terrible, but I couldn't tell her what happened, or else I would have wrecked the story. You see, poor Demeter soon began to worry about Persephone, and that meant she ignored the plants and the flowers and crops. That didn't sit too well with the humans who depended on her.
What in tarnation's going on?
It's so cold. The little water I had in the house was frozen this morning.
And my flowers are all dead.
The trees have lost their leaves.
And the crops have withered and died.
It's the end of the world, that's what it is.
Persephone! Persephone? Oh dear mortals, have you seen my daughter Persephone?
She's missing.
I've been looking everywhere for her.
No wonder everything's dying.
We're having trouble down here, Demeter.
But all I can think of is poor Persephone. Where could she be?
How would we know?
We're just mortals.
But someone must know where she is.
Why don't you try Zeus? He knows everything, doesn't he?
Zeus, of course. I must go see Zeus.
Hey, wait a minute, Demeter.
What about us?
We can't live on ice alone. Brr.
It's too cold out there for man or beast.
Let's go to my place.
We can grumble inside.
All right, you mortals down there in Santorini, get ready for a big one.
Zeus, you have a visitor.
Can it wait? I'm just about to blast Santorini again.
I'll leave them alone. That volcano, hepatitis, erupted there, nearly wiped their place off the face of the earth.
Fiddlesticks, you never let me have any fun.
Zeus, Demeter is here, and she's very upset.
What she's got to be upset about? I've given her power on over all. The forest and the fields, the plants and the flowers.
But my darling daughter has disappeared.
You mean cute little Persephone?
Yes, and I haven't been able to find her for months and months.
And almost everything on Earth has died.
We can't have that, can we? So what happened? Any clues?
Right before she disappeared, we met Hades, and he went a little Lulu over Persephone. But we told him to go away, and that was that.
Oh dear. My brother doesn't handle rejection very well.
Very well. He doesn't handle it at all.
He's got Persephone? But where?
Probably taken her to the underworld.
Oh no, not that.
We'll go get her back. Don't worry.
But Zeus, aren't you forgetting the curse?
Oh, which curse is it this time?
If Persephone eats anything while in the underworld, she must stay there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hurry, please.
Meanwhile, Persephone lay locked in a small stone cottage in the underworld. So far, she refused to eat or drink anything.
Come on, Persephone, you've got to eat something sometime.
Go away.
I've got a nice Greek salad here. Romaine lettuce, olives, tomatoes, and tons of feta.
No, I won't touch it.
With sodium feta.
No.
How about some baklava, full of nuts and honey and pastry, so light it might as well float away by itself.
I can't. I won't.
Persephone, say you'll be mine, and all this moussaka will be yours.
Go away.
Boy, you're one hard nut to crack. But wait a second. What kind of dope am I? I can change myself into anything I want.
Come in.
Hey, Persephone. What's happening?
Mother?
Wow, you look hungry enough to eat a bear.
Oh, Mother, I haven't had a thing to eat or drink while I've been in the underworld. I don't know how much longer I can last.
Look what I brought you. Nice, huh?
Mother, you don't really seem like yourself.
Kiddo, it's because I've been missing you like crazy. Now listen, I got this straight from Zeus himself. You can eat all the pomegranates you like down here, and they won't wreck your diet.
I'm not on a diet. I'm on a hunger strike.
Whatever.
Are you sure?
Would a mother lie to her little bundle of joy?
I guess not.
Now here, you take a big, nice spoonful of pomegranate seeds.
They look so delicious.
Go ahead, take more than that.
I'll start with 6 seeds. I wouldn't want to eat myself sick.
I'll go outside and see.
Mother, wait. Where are you going? Was that really Mother? Oh no.
Surprise, my little bundle of joy. Terrific tasting pomegranate, right?
No, you tricked me.
All's fair in love and war.
Now I'll never get out of here.
Oh, so now you're playing hard to get.
Oh, Hades.
Uh-oh.
Where's Persephone, you hideous piece of worm meat?
Demeter, you sound upset.
What have you done with my daughter?
Now, is that any way to talk to your son-in-law?
Oh no, she's eaten something.
Bingo.
No, never.
I suppose you came up with some kind of lame brain trick.
You people are good.
I want her back.
Sorry.
Demeter, there's nothing we can do now. She's eaten something. She must stay in the underworld.
Then I won't leave either.
But the forest and crops need your loving care.
Let them all wither and die.
Zeus, this isn't going to play well with the mortals.
They'll just have to get used to it.
I got 2 radishes and 1 green bean. How about you?
I got one tiny turnip.
I got 2 pea pods and an itsy bitsy potato.
Potato? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a potato.
Listen, girls, instead of putting up with this freezing and starving, we ought to do something.
Like what?
We can blame somebody.
That's a good idea.
Who can we blame?
Zeus.
Me? Why me?
It's all Zeus's fault.
He's supposed to take care of us.
He probably offended Demeter, and that's why she left us high and dry.
Cold and dry anyway.
Hear that, Zeus?
I hear the Egyptians have some fun gods. Let's try some of theirs.
Hera, I'm afraid you're right.
I'm always right, darling.
So what do I do about this?
Demeter, Hades, come here. Zeus wants to tell you something.
Well?
Go ahead. We're listening.
What do I want to tell them?
That they must agree to a compromise.
Good idea.
Compromise? Never. That's just like caving in.
It's a very good idea, little brother.
What is this compromise?
Well, now, I'm sure Hera can explain it better than I can.
Chicken. All right, here's the deal. For half of the year, Hades, you may keep Persephone, and here in the underworld.
Oh no.
Only half?
And the other half of the year, Persephone will spend her mother tending forest and crops.
That's not fair.
But it works for me, and if you don't like it, I've got some new thunderbolts I'd like to try out. On you.
And so Persephone must spend half the year with Hades, and during that time, winter settles over the land because of Demeter's sorrow. But the other half of the year, Persephone returns to Demeter, and together they grow the flowers and crops of spring. Our final story is about hunting.
Think spring will come early this year?
Can't come early enough for me.
I've already put in my daffodil bulbs.
You're optimistic.
Just realistic. Zeus will make spring come.
And what if he doesn't?
Come on, guys. Hera's in our court. We can't lose.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I'm a terrible shot. Ouch! Watch where you're shooting, old timer.
I'm afraid I've never been a good shot. My father told me I was a failure and that I'd end up starving as a poet or a philosopher. How right he was. I was cut out to be a poet, not a hunter. But let me tell you about a goddess who was a great hunter long before someone came up with, what's that thing called? The Hunger Games. Her name?
Artemis.
That's right, Artemis, the goddess of the moon and hunting.
Slow down.
You've got to speed up if you want to hunt with me, brother dear.
Her brother, Apollo, the god of sun and the arts.
Where are you looking at, old timer?
Just passing through.
Mortals, they're always underfoot.
Oh, I like some of them. You're just a nervous ninny.
Me? A nervous ninny? You should send a moonbeam down to freeze you in your tracks.
Bah, one of my sunbeams will melt even your heart, Artemis.
Don't bet on it. Oh, look, a stag.
Give me your bow. I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, Apollo.
What? I hit him.
Nah.
See, he's laughing at you.
Sure, go ahead and laugh. See if I ever let the sun shine on you. You shoot and get that stag. He's making fun of me.
Absolutely not, Apollo. He earned a second chance.
Apollo, what are you doing here?
Hunting with Artemis.
You're supposed to be riding your chariot across the sky. Mother Earth is complaining about the sun not shining when it's supposed to be.
That old biddy. Just tell her it's an eclipse or something.
Get back up there and make the sun shine.
Yes, Father. Yeesh.
Don't be too hard on Apollo, Father. He's got a big job to do.
Big job? He rides in his chariot all day. What's the big deal? Besides, I'm not here to talk about Apollo. I just wanted to see Daddy's little girl.
It's always nice to see you, too. What have you brought me?
How about a new lady in waiting?
Oh, Father.
Candy!
I'm here to serve you, my mistress.
Thank you, Father. You're a real sweetie.
Don't tell that to the mortals.
Yuck. I'd just as soon as they weren't around.
I heard what you did to that mortal. What was his name?
Attack on? That weasel, he had the nerve to stare at me.
And then do you know what my little girl did, Candy?
No, my lord.
She turned him into a stag.
So he runs freely in the forest now?
Not on your life. My hounds hunted him down and, oops, tore him to shreds.
That's Daddy's little girl. You two have fun.
I'm really not all that hard-hearted, Candyon.
And I really don't like being called Candyon, my lady.
What do you want to be called?
Something a lot easier to say. How about Candy?
Oh, that's sweet.
I really can't believe I got this job. It's like too exciting for words. Artemis?
Do you like to hunt?
Oh, hey, hunting's a middle name. As long as we're trying to bag Tom, Dick, or Harry, you know what I mean.
I only hunt for food, Candy.
That could be fun too. I like to eat.
And I trust that you don't mind night work.
Hey, moonbeams are some of my favorite things, just like whiskers on kittens and bright copper kettles and...
I got the picture.
Hey, like, any chance we'll meet your brother Apollo?
We might run into him every now and then.
Great. I mean, like, the sun god and all, on the hotness scale, he's like 11 out of 10.
Just don't get sunburned, Candy.
There was certainly a bit of mean girl in Artemis, but as long as the mortals stayed away from her, everything went along swimmingly. Swimming... There's something about swimming. Wait a second. No, never mind. That comes later. As for now, things were going along swimmingly until Orion entered the picture. Orion, the son of Poseidon, he was a great hunter and a powerful fighter, a man among men.
Hide me! You gotta hide me!
Oh dear, from what? A wild boar? A vicious wolf? A man-eating tiger?
Orion! Yoo-hoo! Where are you, you silly boy?
Oh, now I see.
Oh, my immortal.
Eos, the goddess of dawn?
Oh gosh, you want my autograph too?
You're every bit as beautiful as they say you are.
Well, aren't you sweet?
Are you looking for something?
Someone. You haven't seen the cutest guy ever around here, have you?
Why, no, I can't say I have.
I thought he came this way, but you never know with that boy. I'll just have to keep looking for him.
Orion?
How do you know his name was Orion?
You called out earlier.
Oh, yeah. So if you see him, tell him I need him to pick me up at my place in an hour. We're going to the House of Fashions.
What are you going to do at the House of Fashions?
Go see the fashion show, silly. The newest and hottest in togas, sandals, and tunics. And tell Orion I don't want to be late. Orion, where are you, my big pussy cat?
I think the coast is clear.
Wow, thanks. I really owe you one.
Quite all right. She certainly is beautiful.
Yeah, but beauty's only skin deep.
Oh, that's good. Can I use it?
Sure, my father told me that one. And with the mermaids he's got to deal with, he ought to know.
How is Poseidon anyways?
Between you and me, he's a bit waterlogged, but he's hanging in there.
Well, happy hunting.
Right now, I'm just trying to avoid going to a stupid fashion show.
Good luck.
I'll need it.
And then fate intervened.
Hey, now that looks like a prey worth chasing.
Ouch!
first time a deer ever said ouch.
I'm not a deer.
Oh no, you're a girl.
Surprise.
But that was a good shot.
It hurt.
I am so sorry.
Well,
What can I do to make it up to you, Miss?
you can call me Candy.
And I'll call you if I need you, Candy.
Wait a second.
Get lost.
But
Later, alligator.
and the crocodile.
Now that she's gone, I've got to say you're the most beautiful girl I've ever met.
You're not exactly the hunchback of Notre Dame yourself, handsome.
Do you have a name?
Artemis.
Orion.
They sound pretty good together. Artemis and Orion.
Or Orion and Artemis.
I see that you like to hunt.
I like it more than just about anything else in the whole world, except you.
Me too.
Where have you been all my days?
I only come out at night.
Oh, that explains it.
I'm the goddess of the moon.
And you've sent me over the moon, Artemis.
You want to go bag some game?
Just the two of us? You and me?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
But their budding friendship almost immediately had to face peril greater than either of them had seen before.
So there you are, Orion.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. Who's the chick with the bow?
Eos, this is Artemis. Artemis, meet Eos.
Well, say goodbye to Artemis, Orion. We've got to get to the House of Fashions immediately.
The House of Fashions? You? And you're dragging this poor man there? You're kidding, right?
Look, sister, he's my man, and he'll go where I say he goes.
Eos, that's not the kind of foundation that a sound relationship can be built on.
Who cares about a sound relationship? It shakes out like this. Orion, you're mine. Period. You got nothing in common with this bimbo here.
Bimbo? I'm a world-class archer, for your information, and I'm taking aim at you right now.
Orion, are you going to stand here and let her talk to me like that? Well, are you?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Artemis and me, we're going hunting.
Have fun at the House of Fashions.
Oh, of all the nerve.
Suffice to say that Artemis and Orion became great friends. They loved to hunt together, sit around the campfire at evenings and tell stories, and stay as far away from everyone else as possible. Also, suffice to say that Eos grew angrier and angrier, and Apollo wasn't any happy with Artemis being friends with Orion either. She hardly paid any attention to her brother at all. Suffice to say, there was real trouble brewing.
For crying out loud.
Gosh.
Don't you hate it when people don't text you back?
Yeah, I haven't heard from Orion in 3 months.
Oh, Ryan. He's the reason my sister doesn't keep in touch with me.
Oh my, you're Apollo.
And you're Eos. Wow, I can't imagine why Orion dumped you to be with Artemis.
Neither can I.
The two of them just make me so mad.
If we could just figure out some way to break them up.
They're too stuck on each other.
I know. And if we try anything, they might threaten us with their bows.
Yeah, Orion was boasting that he could kill all the wild animals and every last monster on Earth.
No way.
Yes, Flake. I've got it here on my phone. See?
Don't tell Mother Earth, but if I wanted to, I could get rid of every wild animal and every monster on Earth.
Gosh, it's too bad Mother Earth isn't around to hear that.
Too bad I can't hear what?
Mother Earth?
That's me. Hello, trees. Hello, flowers. Hello, little firefly. Hello, little moth. Hello, ant. Hello, mosquito. Ouch! It's not nice to bite Mother Earth.
So, Mother Earth, you really like all kinds of natural things, right?
Of course, they're all my little children.
Even wild animals and monsters?
We've got to have some predators just to keep everybody on their toes. Hello, ladybug. Hello, bluebird. Hello, sturdy oak tree.
Well, what if someone said they could kill all the wild animals and monsters on the Earth?
Oh, that's foolishness. Hello, Chickadee. Howdy, Rattlesnake.
You want to see something really troubling?
Oh dear, we have so many troubles as it is. I don't know if I can take another one.
But this one's pretty serious.
And I'll bet you can fix it pretty easily, Mother Earth.
What are you going on about?
Look at this.
Don't tell Mother Earth, but if I wanted to, I could get rid of every wild animal and every monster on Earth.
Who's that in the picture?
Orion.
Orion? Everybody seems to like him.
And he's a remarkable hunter.
Between him and Artemis, who can tell with the hunt down?
Maybe every wild animal on Earth.
Goodbye, lions.
Goodbye, tigers.
Goodbye, bears. Oh my.
We can't let that happen, can we?
Absolutely not.
Well, what are you going to do?
I think this is a job for my pet, Scorpio.
Scorpio?
No, not that.
He wants to fight a monster? Let's see him try.
Oh, for shame.
What are you looking at?
Are you sure you want to do this?
What's it to you?
Beware the consequences.
What an old stick in the mud.
That very night, Orion had a terrible dream. He awoke soaked in sweat, shaking like he'd been dragged out of the house of fashions.
What's so scary about a silly old dream, Orion?
I dreamt. It's too awful.
Gosh, this is really serious. Come on, tell Artemis about all on it.
I dreamt that I was awakened by a giant scorpion at the foot of my bed.
That is like totally icky.
You're telling me.
What'd you do?
I jumped out of bed, grabbed my bow, and backed out of the room. But it followed me.
Did you shoot it?
I tried, but no arrow could pierce his armor.
Well, it was just a silly dream, Orion. You need to forget about it. There's no such thing as a giant scorpion.
I guess you're right.
Where's that big, strong, dynamic hunter I've fallen for?
Who?
You, silly. Now come on, we've got some hunting to do.
Alas, that very same night, Orion again woke covered in sweat, shaking like the last leaf on a fig tree during a winter storm. And there, at the foot of his bed, was the most horrible, most terrifying thing he'd ever seen in his entire life. A giant scorpion!
What do you want? What are you doing here? Get away from me. You're the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, have you ever looked at yourself in a mirror? You're so ugly, I bet you have to sneak up on mirrors. You're so ugly that if you went to a haunted house, they'd give you an application. You're so ugly, you can turn milk into yogurt just by looking at it. You're so ugly, the tide won't even take you out. Hey, speaking of tides, we're right by a cliff here. Stop or I'll have to jump. But hey, scorpions don't like water. Haha, see you later, ugly dude.
It's okay, Scorpio. You're done. Get lost! Orion swam and swam, trying to put as much distance between himself and the giant scorpion as possible. Soon, he looked like a tiny dot bobbling in the sea, and that's when the final pieces of Apollo's and Eos's plan fell into place.
Orion?
Nestor went this way, didn't he, Candy?
I'm sure of it.
I see him. I can see him.
He's too terrible for words.
What's wrong? Who's Nestor?
He tried to take me.
This Nestor dude tried to kidnap you?
He did, my lady. I went on a couple of dates with him, but when I told him we were through, he just couldn't accept that.
What do you accept from a mortal?
He doesn't deserve to live.
Wait. I see him. Yes, it's him. You can just make out his tiny...
He's too far out. No one can shoot an arrow from this distance and get him.
You want to bet? Stand aside.
If he gets away, I'll be in fear every day of my life.
Artemis can save you, Candy.
I don't know. That's a tough shot, even for her.
You'll eat your words, Apollo.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it, sis.
Is he gone?
Gone, but not forgotten.
At that point, the truth had to be told. And who better to tell it than Zeus?
Artemis,
Yes, Daddy?
you've made a huge boo-boo.
What are you talking about? I just shot Nestor, who tried to kidnap poor Candy here.
Candy and I need to have a little talk.
It's his fault.
No, it's not. It's her fault.
No, it was your idea.
Will someone tell me what's going on?
She
Gee, look at the time. I gotta run.
Me too. A dentist appointment.
What have they done?
They tricked you into shooting Artemis.
Oh no, I couldn't have.
You're the only one who could have made that shot.
You've got to do
Come
something,
here.
Daddy.
I'm afraid I can't.
But what'll I do without Orion? He's the only true friend I had.
Yes, I see that now. Well, there's one thing you can do.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it tonight. Now I must swim out and find Orion.
And I'll take care of those other three.
Why, Zeus? I heard there was some excitement here.
Yes, something about a giant scorpion, dear. One of your creations?
Well, Scorpio was just... it was all just in fun.
I think we better have a nice little chat, Mother Earth. You and me and Apollo and Eos and Candy and him.
Now, Zeus. Zeus, now control yourself. Artemis found the body of her beloved friend, and with Hera's help, she fashioned the stars in the sky in the shape of Orion, so that every night he would shine forever and ever. Wisely, she placed Scorpio in the sky as well, a good distance from Orion, so that monster could never harm him or anyone else. And tonight, when you look at the stars, you'll see Orion and Scorpio shining down on you and on us all. As you can see, the people in the mists are just like us. They argue, they scheme, they misunderstand, they fight, but on the other side of the coin, they compromise, they help each other, and they love. As for us, they explain the impossible. You've got science, but that takes a bit of the romance out of it, don't you think? Oh, I think I hear someone calling me, but I must run.